What's up, you guys? It's been a really hot minute since I've been here with League of Our Own, and we actually have a new studio set up I don't even know, can I say where we're at? Okay, we're at Radius now. We done moved on to bigger and better things, and if you guys want to sponsor League of Our Own, please contact me directly. My new website is up, www.missleague.com, and of course, League of Our Own, we always love to talk sports. We have special guests. We actually have two special guests. We're actually jam-packed today. I have one of my friends. Actually, she's been a friend of mine for over 10 years. And y'all know I always talk about sports, League of Our Own. I'm a sports-themed type of girl when it comes to my podcast. And it just so happened that one of my really good friends, I would say one of my best friends, Jackie, of over 10 years, just so happened to cross paths with me. She is on the #1 Peacock show, Love Undercover. And it is a reality TV show where soccer stars from overseas go undercover and they try to pretend like they're regular average Joes in order to get the attention of beautiful women like Jackie. So we're going to ask her about her experience. And then Thunderrosa, we actually made up today on the Billy Madison show on 99.5 KISS. And I banned her from the studio, but now she's coming back. I know. I banned her from the studio. Her and I have a love-hate relationship, but right now we really love each other. And actually, I have no hate towards Thunderrosa. I really love the fact that she gave me an opportunity to be the general manager at Mish Pro Wrestling. And our show, Summer Lovin, is going to be on Saturday. So Thunderrosa is going to come by, and I unbanned her from the studio because she put her hands on me in the ring last time. But she's going to be on her way. She's running a little bit late. I do want to talk to you, Jackie, though, about Love Undercover. If you guys have not seen Love Undercover, that's like my favorite show right now. Like I was so addicted to it. I could not stop watching. I think there's 12 episodes total, right?
There's 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Jackie, if you guys haven't seen the show, she was on episodes 1, 2, and 4.
I was in 2, primarily in 2, and in 4. Yes.
Okay, 2 and 4. Okay, so this show was incredible. And at first, let's just rewind back. About a year ago, right? Yes. You and I were, we were at my birthday dinner, I think, and you had just got back from filming. So you filmed Love Undercover about a year ago, right?
Correct, yeah. Last year, July.
So how did you even get the role of that opportunity to be on reality TV? How did that even come about?
Well, they actually found me on Instagram, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they found me on Instagram, and I thought it was like a joke. I was like, I can't just believe these people stop asking my information. But I asked them to refer me and send me their website and their credentials. I looked them up and they checked out. And then after that, I had to do a written portion, and then I had to do live interviews. I actually had to go through about 12 different producers.
Oh, gosh.
So it was actually a very long vetting process. So if I wasn't unanimously green-lighted, I would have stopped at that point, and my journey would have ended there. But I passed about 12 different producers, interview phases, a psych eval, because you got to make sure you don't have any crazies in there.
Yeah,
start
that you don't get killed.
Any dangerous situation.
Yeah.
But and then 2 weeks before, it was confirmed that I was chosen to be on the show, and they flew me out, and there it was. But they was very vague about the show because, of course, the reality part of it is our actual reactions to the situations that they put us in. So a lot of it was real. They just said, "Are you single?" They noticed that I'm single. Are you looking? Are you open to dating people from other countries? And I'm very well traveled. I'm 34 now. I'm very well traveled. I've traveled by myself a lot. And I was very open to it. And that is it. They don't tell you any other details. They just, once you get there, you have no contact, and then they just tell you to show up, be ready. And they film the show, and I didn't know absolutely a thing. I knew nothing about these guys and who they were, because I don't watch soccer. So the premise was a really good idea until I started to slowly find out the dynamic and how it was set up. And it ultimately ended up being 5 guys and 16 girls, and the females had to compete for the attention, the affection of these 5 guys. Whether or not they were athletes, in my opinion, doesn't matter, because to me, if a female was going to pretend to love them because they're athletes, that was the whole premise. They have trouble. They have so much trouble. I feel so bad for them. They have so much trouble finding a partner because people look at them because they have money, they have fame. But then there was 5 of them and 16 of us. So the same girls that would have pretended to like them for their fame are the same type to like them because there's 5 guys and 16 girls and they still held the power. So I understand the concept. I think the producers did a really great job because the show is extremely addicting. I mean, if you watch anyone and you see girls compete for a man, it's kind of funny. So it's, I mean, you were addicted. I
was.
There's a lot of friends that have come up to me. Unfortunately, my time was cut short. I guess I was placed in I was expecting something different. And I was placed in a different setting. I wasn't able to form a connection because it was expedited. They had 28 days to choose somebody. So everything was expedited. And for me, dating and love, it takes time. I can't find someone in 2 minutes,
Yeah, because as long as I've known you, you've been single, and I don't mean that in a bad way. You just you've never you're very picky about who you're gonna be with, but not in a bad way. Like, I feel like you just have a high standard for yourself. You've always been that way as long as I've known you, which is not a bad thing at all, because there are questionable scrubs that we've like a lot of us in our friend group have dated in the past. So you seem to keep your head above water and be able to understand who to date and who not date. But I want to go back to when you said that they found you on Instagram.
Yeah.
You're from San Antonio. You are not the typical girl in San Antonio.
Girl at all. I'm not the typical girl.
You're not. You're not the typical girl at all. You're very, very gorgeous, well-mannered, well-dressed, 5'9", Asian. I'm hyping up my friend real quick. 5'9" Asian, and so for them to find you and pick you out, it doesn't surprise me, because you look like the type of woman that one of these athletes would want the attention of. So when you were placed in the situation, you said you didn't have a connection. Now I want to ask you all the tea questions of the show because I'm addicted to the show. Now, you couldn't form a connection. But to be fair, they did say you were intimidating.
Yeah.
Why, if you had only 2 minutes with them, how do you think they got that vibe that you were intimidating?
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't giggly enough or something in the beginning. At first, I just asked questions. When you vet for a guy and you're asking, there's questions to be asking. Sometimes it could sound like an interview, and I guess it sounded like an interview. I mean, to be fair, they gave us a clipboard. They gave us a clipboard to write notes about these men when we met them. It was like a 2-minute speed date when I met them. And you don't really know anybody in 2 minutes. And half of it was a lie because they had to pretend they were somebody else anyways.
Right.
So, it was just different for me, I guess. I mean, it's very odd to try to act natural when there's 27 cameras around. It's very difficult. I'm not a good actress. I'm really not a good liar either. Like in person, like I was like real stiff. They're used to the cameras. I'm not used to the cameras. So
Right, because they were athletes. And did you have any indication that they were, did you think in your mind at all at any point that they were athletes? Even, because Lloyd has a 6-pack, Sebastian has a 6-pack, Ryan has a 6-pack. It never crossed your mind these guys might be athletes?
I don't look at someone like that when I'm potentially dating them. I feel their energy. I feel their vibe. It takes me time to get to know them. I think that every relationship should start as a friendship because that's the foundation. You can't just go into it expecting things and having expectations. But also, I knew very early on because I knew that it was starting to be a competition for these men. And at this age, you're not supposed to compete for a man. If a man makes you feel like you're in competition with another woman or other women, that man isn't for you. I want peace in my life. I want a relationship in my life, not to win or to bag an athlete. Because honestly, there's probably a DM, once a month a DM with someone with status, someone with money, someone with fame. In the DMs, it's not difficult to get an athlete if you really wanted to. So, it's 2024.
So you're saying athletes are easy? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not saying they're easy, but it's not difficult to bag one if you really wanted to. If that was my goal in life to get one. But maybe that's why I'm intimidating, because I'm not easily
persuaded to
I'm not
date
easily
somebody.
persuaded. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love everybody. I love Jesus, you know. I love everybody. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Everyone is my friend when I meet them. If they treat me with respect, I treat them with respect. But to go on to that next level, to a dating situation, I'm not like what I was in my 20s. I'm over the boy crazy moment. I'm into, now I'm getting older. And you got to think about life and want to spend some time with someone a little bit longer and more, like, take it more seriously. So, yeah, maybe I could be intimidating, but I also don't need anybody that's intimidated by me because I got a strong presence. I'm okay with that.
I don't think you're intimidating. I just think you're just like,
Me and you have the same personality.
yeah,
though, that's
yeah.
why.
You're just like, speaking of athletes, Thunderrosa, she's on her way. She'll be here soon. I wanted to ask
I want to
you.
meet her.
I know you get
I
to meet.
haven't heard about the situation.
You
but
haven't heard about our situation, but I was like, I can't wait to introduce you to her.
I know.
Because we've been friends for a long time. She's my boss. Can't wait for her to show up.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you, in regards to the men. Okay, since this is reality television, and we're being real. Do you at any point? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have 2 minutes to meet these guys. It's impossible to form a connection. I agree with you. I can't form a connection with anyone in 2 minutes. Like, not the cashier at the gas station. Like, I could barely talk to them even when I'm trying to buy lottery tickets and Gatorade. So my question to you is, how did these girls well, I want your opinion. Did these girls form genuine connections, or do you think some of them wanted TV time?
Well, I don't want to throw any of the girls under the bus.
You don't have to name names.
No. I mean, I feel like some were there. I mean, this is TV, you know, and everybody wants to be in this spot. I know there is millions of girls that would love to be in my position to have that chance, because nowadays people want fame, people want followers, and people want that. So I think the majority of women could have had an ulterior motive, looking for a relationship and looking for real love. I don't know if it was, I think they were open to it, but also, I mean, you know, they wouldn't hate it if they got more camera time, if they got to go overseas with someone. You know, they're all single. I mean, the world is their oyster. They have all these opportunities. I wouldn't be surprised if they were there for the wrong reasons. Some of them were young, not saying that they were, just because they're young, they were looking for the wrong reasons, but I mean, if you kind of look towards the end, you'll start to see the characters and the private interviews that are aired. They'll show you who they are, and you'll be able to tell very quickly what they were looking for.
I was gonna say, I feel like you were just looking for a genuine connection, and you just didn't have one. It just didn't seem like you had one, and then you went and picked Sebastian asked him on a date, which you asked him on a date out of everybody, and they were saying, I'm just gonna give my opinion because you're my friend. I feel like they were saying that you were intimidating and stuff, but all the men pretty much had dry personalities, with the exception of Jamie, because they're athletes and they can rely on their athleticism and their skills. So they really had to get out of their own element. But that's besides the point. You ask Sebastian out on a date, and then he disses you on national television. And you even mentioned that in the show, like, I just got dissed on national television.
I did.
But he was very honest about it. Are you guys friends? Like, where are we at with Sebastian?
The guys he's in a relationship right now.
Okay.
Actually, I believe. But the guys are very respectful. I think that they're kind of trained to be that way because they're in the spotlight. They were actually very, very, very respectful. So I have nothing bad to say about them. Whether they're looking for the real thing, where they're still in player mode or not. I mean, they're a kid in a candy store over there. They got 16 girls. You know, I can't blame them. Men will be men. You know, if at the very least I see their actual behaviors when they're moving around 16 women, and I'd be able to tell if I was there longer and observe. I'd be able to tell if I really wanted somebody. The time that I asked Sebastian out, I had a 2-minute speed date. I was kind of like, I had to pick somebody, and I was like, I guess the guy with the eyes. but I didn't have. I mean, it wasn't long enough to really know them at all. And at the same time too, it was hard for me to be attracted to one, because really, these athletes, people with money, people with status, they're used to just kicking back and letting the women come to them. And I noticed that because they weren't doing any pursuing or anything that took courage.
I noticed that too, yeah. They didn't pursue any of the women. They just like laid back and let the women fight over them.
Yes, which was great TV.
Great TV. Yeah, it's great TV,
number one. I'm not complaining about that.
It is great TV. But for like, as a woman, I don't know.
As a high value woman, because I consider myself high value. You know, I consider myself high value as a high value woman. I'm looking for someone who's courageous enough to pursue someone who's intimidating to the average man. Because if you're intimidated, then you're definitely not the one for me. So most of those guys, I guess, I mean, a couple of them said I was intimidating, but I don't know behind the scenes what they were saying too. But also, I wasn't going to chase. I wasn't going to compete. I wasn't going to play the game. I couldn't play into the game that the show was set up for. And I'm okay with that.
Because you have your principles at the end of the day.
I got my
That's why you're my
principles.
friend. Because I feel like, you just like stick to your principles no matter what, even if it's detrimental for the TV, for the television, for being on reality TV. But that wasn't your goal. Your goal was to just be real.
Yes.
And you were really real on reality TV.
I mean,
and I like that about you.
Thank you.
And you were actually a fan favorite. I'm going to get into your fan favorite on Reddit. You are on Reddit. There's a huge thread about you on Reddit. So I want to ask you some Reddit questions.
I can't believe that.
Yeah,
I know. Because I got to come back and have a full-time job. I don't have time to like dig into this. I was like, really, there was so much Love Undercover stuff for the past month that I've been kind of sick of it. So no shade to my producers. My producers did a great job. It was a great show. But honestly, I was there for like 3 minutes. And so I got to go back to my real full-time job and, do my own thing. I didn't even know I was on Reddit. I was afraid that I would be forgotten because I didn't last in the show. I didn't last the show. I didn't play the game. I watched the show from home after, this year. None of us knew until it aired. We all watched it when the world watched it. Even the guys, maybe they had a little bit, but we pretty much watched it when the world was watching it. So it was all unfolding just as it was aired May 9th. But yesterday, oh my God, I ran into fans.
Good for you.
I had fans. I was like, you know me?
Yes, because like you really stood out and you're watching League of Our Own. Thunderrosa is going to be here in just a few minutes. I have Jackie Lam from Peacock's #1 show, Love Undercover. She was kicked off in episode 4.
I left.
But she's also,
Not kicked off, girl.
she left. She chose to leave.
I left. They didn't show my exit, but I was like, I didn't find nobody. Bye, guys.
So let me ask you this. So that exit part, I got to ask you this. The editors knew what they were doing because the last episode, you were like, I'm way above these men, this, and that. And then boom, they exposed that they were athletes. Were you in total, like, did you know, like, did it click in your mind what you had just said before, that how they were, like, not on your level? Like, or do you still feel like that they're not on your level? Or did you have your foot in your mouth? How'd you feel?
I did feel like I had my foot in my mouth because, look, someone's livelihood and how he makes his money and how his career should be considered when you're looking for something serious. Because, if a man's not right in where he is at life and at job, he's not right to be dating. So I'm not, like I said, if I wanted an athlete, if I wanted a millionaire, if I wanted this, it's not difficult to have. But yeah, I did have my foot in my mouth a little bit because I was like, I don't know these guys, but it was in conjunction of the fact that we had to compete for them. Because I was kind of triggered the fact that we had to compete for them because it throws off what people are really actually looking for. They just want to win because there's 5 and 16. So, I wasn't in a great place. So I think my exit was the right time because there's no way I'm ever going to compete. I've been there, done that, a lot of heartache and embarrassment. We ain't going to talk about that though. We ain't going to talk about that, but it was a good exit. I was fine with it. And it, like I said, it's okay. It wouldn't have changed anything if I would have known they're an athlete. It wouldn't have changed anything because there's 5 of them.
Yeah. And I feel like it wouldn't have changed anything because you stuck to your principles even before you found out who they were. Now, I'm going to read you a Reddit comment. I'm going to get your reaction. Thunderrosa is going to be here in just a few minutes. She just texted me.
Okay, all right.
So this is what they said about you on Reddit, and I need your honest reaction.
I need you to send me this link too, because I've not read any comments. Because I thought like I was.
I don't know if you should.
I just thought I was in the background. I don't
Are you
get
sure
my
you want to read
feelings
Reddit comments? Because they're the worst.
I don't get my feelings hurt.
Okay.
I love myself.
Okay. So it says the only Asian American on the show, the only one outright rejected, but never mind. I'm glad that she dodged the trashy Sebastian bullet. She did appear in the shared penthouse later, so maybe the other guys weren't interested, or maybe she just wasn't wacky enough to allow everyone to build a story around her. What's your reaction to that? That you weren't wacky enough to make it through the end of the show, and they're happy that you dodged the trashy Sebastian bullet.
The wacky part, I probably didn't, because if you're chasing a guy, that would cause drama. So I think that they're very accurate on that part. But don't be coming after Sebastian like this. One, I have a lot of grace. You guys have to have a lot of grace for people in TV because they are allowing themselves to be so vulnerable for your entertainment. So what I find issues with this reality TV, like people really go after people. Like, and
That's why I want to send you the thread.
Yeah, and they say, yeah, but I don't get hurt because Jesus loves me and nothing's gonna hurt me. I know me, my family loves me. If they could say whatever they want, right? But people don't really deserve to be attacked in such a way. Like, you can have your opinion, but like we all, you would be throwing stones from a glass house if you got set in that situation, and there's cameras everywhere. You know, who knows what you're gonna react like too. So. Sebastian is not trashy. Sebastian is actually a very respectable person. But think about someone being sat with 27 cameras around, and there's also so many influences all around you. There's producers, there's females that don't want to get their feelings hurt, there's females that could possibly be pretending. Was that weird? Yeah. So, you know, you got to have a lot of grace, like, you know, like you would, because not anyone's perfect. So, Sebastian, not trashy, okay? Don't come after my cast and crew like that. My crew are my people. You know, you could talk about them, but at the end of the day, I'll still protect them because we're the only ones that we're in the hot seat for you guys. So, but it is great TV. And I really do hope everyone finds the person that they want to find.
Is there going to be a reunion, because it was a really addicting show? Is there going to be a reunion? Do you know if you're going to be a part of it? What's the status of the reunion?
Not as of yet.
Because the number one show, they should have a reunion.
Not as of yet, but if the viewers make enough noise, the producers will listen. The show is slowly snowballing. It was number one for a couple days, many days, maybe a week. I don't know if it is what it is now. I haven't checked on it.
It was
now.
a big show. Like it was like all over
it just
Twitter.
Came out May 9th. It just came out May 9th, so it just came out last year. So people are now snowballing and jumping on. So if we make enough noise, we might have a reunion. And I think it would be great because a lot of the drama happened after the show stopped airing. And I think if we put the girls together, I think it would be funny.
I want to know what happened after the show. So I definitely want to know. I can't get into details of what happened afterwards. That's why I'm hoping for the reunion, because I really want to know all the drama that has since transpired, because apparently there is, but we just can't. I can't talk about it.
I'm just happy that I'm the observer and not the one that's caught up in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So definitely, if you guys want to see the reunion and you guys love Undercover on Peacock, definitely make sure you ask Peacock on Instagram for a reunion of Love Undercover, because I really want one. It was the number one show for a reason. It is super addicting. If you guys haven't watched Love Undercover, go to Peacock right now, stream it. And where can people find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, Jackie_Lam TX for Texas. I mean, that's my main point of contact right now. And then follow Peacock, and obviously I'm on Reddit. Add your comments, add what you think, pick your favorite. I mean, that's what we all went in the cameras in front of America to do. But like I said, you know, don't be coming after my crew. We only know what happened behind the scenes, and nobody deserves to be really like cyber bullied. There's still people at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So don't come after them. Okay?
You're so nice. You are so nice.
Until I'm not. But I'm nice. I'm nicer now.
So any last words? Thunderrosa is actually walking up the steps. Is there anything that you want to say, last minute stuff in regards to the show to everybody who watched?
Thank you for the fans. Thank you for the support. Tell your friends about it, and maybe there'll be a season 2. I don't know, but it was such a good show that, I mean, there has to be a continued. But yes, I'm really wanting some support on that reunion, because I'd like to see that too.
I would like you on the reunion. I want you to be on the reunion for sure, because you're my favorite.
I could use some more
You're
camera
my favorite.
time.
And if, like I said, if you guys love Jackie, reach out to her. And let's hope for a Love Undercover reunion. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. You carried yourself very, very well, and I'm so proud of you. Thunderrosa is here. I want you to meet her.
Okay.
Thunderrosa, she is my boss. She's also on AEW, but she's also my boss on at Mission Pro Wrestling. We're having a show this Saturday. Thunderrosa. Oh.
Hi.
Oh, she's coming. Hold on, wait. Let me see where. Oh, we got a microphone for Thunderrosa. Okay. Can you? She's. Yeah, sit right there, Jackie, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you. So let me introduce you. This is my boss, Thunderrosa. This is my friend, Jackie.
I've never met you.
You look
before.
really pretty, Thunderrosa. Oh my God, she's in a good mood. Yeah. Oh well, we and her made up today.
She was not in a good mood earlier, but
I don't know the backstory.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
well, we're
Just kind of like how you were talking about the girls.
So you're a wrestler, right?
I
Like,
am
you
a
wrestle?
wrestler. Yes, I am one of the owners of Mission Pro Wrestling, and kind of like I was listening to the interview right now. Kind of like how you were talking about the girls. We got a little messy, and I was.
It did get a little messy at Mission Pro. I am the general manager. So, Jackie, you've seen my stuff on social media. I'm a general manager at Mission Pro Wrestling. You should come out to a show this Saturday. Tickets are on sale, www.missionprowrestling.com. And it's all girls wrestling. This is my boss, Thunderrosa. She's also on AEW. We actually, had some conflicts.
Yeah, for a couple months now.
For a couple months now, because
I slapped a 17-year-old girl. Yes.
That's violent.
Yeah,
That's
so
very
I wrestling is violent. It's just not a big difference. I mean, I used to wrestle 12-year-old girls in Japan. So, yes.
Girls in Japan.
Yes.
Okay, how did
and
that
it was
go?
okay. That was okay. And in Mexico too, you can wrestle kids
Okay, so
Yes.
get the aggression out.
a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, are you mad? Oh,
No, I'm not mad. I actually had a very,
For
a really relaxing day. I went and got my hair done at Rock and Roll Salon. Shout out to Pat. My hair is looking
Pat did your
fabulous.
hair?
Yes. he
oh
did
my God,
hair.
Pat does a fabulous job.
He does a fabulous job.
You know what? You look really, really good. And we actually made up because she slapped Izzy Moreno. And that really made me upset because she's a minor. And I just felt like as general manager, like you really can't be doing that. I understand she has morals and stuff. But then there was other things where you were like cheating and doing things to like kind of like kill the matches. And it was kind of rubbing me the wrong way because women were coming to me that were scared to talk to you because you're very intimidating. Speaking of intimidating, she's also very intimidating.
Okay,
So,
when people tell you that you look intimidating, how do it makes you feel? Honestly.
I don't know. I'm sorry I got RBF. Like, I'm
Well,
sorry.
me too.
Yeah,
But
I'm just chilling. If you say a joke or something, I'll laugh. But like, my straight face looks like I'm mad at somebody.
But it's
Maybe
not
not.
like you're being a total.
No, I'm a totally opposite of a mean girl, actually.
You see?
well, that's what I'm saying. Women are intimidated by you guys, so they come to me, and I have to do something about it. So that's kind of where the conflict started from.
I see.
And then it just started getting worse and worse, and then she started.
She brought flowers,
I brought you flowers,
though.
yeah,
You brought me flowers?
Yeah, yeah. I
Is that
brought
for
you
me?
flowers, Yeah. And, well, no, I brought them for your production manager.
Dylan?
No, it's for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So then we finally made up today on the Billy Madison show.
Yeah, but then she keeps bringing. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. When you're dating, right, and you have somebody you really like, but there's like you made a mistake, and they keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. Does that make you upset?
Yeah, it's kind of a turnoff, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm not the best to ask dating advice. I'm still single. But yes, that would
Would
kind of
that break
irk
a
me.
relationship for you?
would
Like
kinda
if they continue to do that?
It would
Well, I
kinda
don't
irk
think I
me.
wouldn't consider me like. Are you saying that I'm bringing up stuff all the time?
You just brought it up. What you brought up in the morning? Like there's no.
But we're
point.
just making up, though. We're just trying to just have a recap
This is
of
like
the
a
makeup
recap.
session.
This is a recap. This is
I
a
mean,
podcast.
if she needs a recap, you could have given her a link, or she could watch what happened, and she can make her own decision instead of putting venom in her thoughts because she's never met me before.
I know, but at the same time, like we have people who are live who've never seen this show before.
Well, if you're
And
live,
so
buy the
and we
tickets
have
at
to-
missionprowrestling.com. That's what you should do right now.
Okay, but the thing is, like, it's just a recap. It's not like I'm bringing it up just to like bring it up. It's like we have to recap our listeners and everybody so everybody knows what's going on.
Okay.
That way they know where we're at. Because when Mission Pro Wrestling comes this Saturday, they want to know that we're on good terms.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say. So I'm not trying to. Well, I mean, look, the fact that you can't understand it's a recap is like insane. It's kind of crazy.
My
to me.
heart, like right now, is pounding so hard because like there's one thing I don't like, and that's when people keep saying that. That's a trigger of mine.
What, bringing up the
Yes.
past?
Yeah, bringing the past. It's a trigger of mine.
But
And
it's
I'm,
a
like,
recap.
Feeling very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean? Like, you're talking shit in front of like somebody that doesn't know me
I didn't
about something that happened in the past.
It's a recap, Thunderrosa. It's a recap.
It's a recap.
Take it. I can't take it anymore, Carolina. Get out of here. Okay. Oh my God! Shut up, Carolina.
Sorry. All right, so I was listening to your interview, and there's a lot of things that I'm very interested in. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Thunderrosa, a league of her own. I am subbing Carolina Teague for tonight, for the rest of the night, and I have a couple questions. If you want to see more action, you should go to Mission Pro Wrestling this weekend on June 15th. Where are you going? You want to get the same treatment too?
No, I love you. Nothing's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong. We're cool.
Yes.
But
So
also, that's the homegirl, so I might have to check on her.
you're gonna go and check on her? Okay. I had some couple questions. Go
wasn't
ahead. Go ahead.
planned.
Go ahead. Check on your
y'all
girl.
need to tell me.
No, go
what's
and
in the
check on your
plan.
girl.
All right. Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I guess the interview is over. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Thunderrosa, La Mera Mera, A League of Your Own, or My Own. Thank you very much. Don't forget to go to Mission Pro Wrestling on June 15 at the South Side for the Salvation Army in Mission Corp. This was Thunderrosa, La Mera Mera. Un saludo, and remember, not everybody is your best friend.